I know it's like about 1,001 lives right now. So thank you so much for hopping on. I understand there's a lot happening right now. And thank you. Thank you. This is one of the, got my shoulders out. Shh. The Bible says, let us not become conceited, provoking one another, or envying one another. Okay? You can have what you can have. I can have what I can have. And we don't always have to compete, right? You might be really good at this thing, and I might be really good at that thing. We don't have to compete. We can actually share our successes, our joys, and all of those things. If I am my real self, if I am the real me, will people appreciate me? Will people love me? Will people like me? And so there's a lot of fear of rejection that's embedded in that. And so, again, as I was thinking about it, I said, what's the solution? Jesus? We know we can identify the issue, but what's the solution? So one of the things is really grounding yourself in acceptance of yourself, right? Because sometimes we appear as though we've accepted ourselves, but we've accepted the version of ourselves that we pretend to be for other people. And so really grounding yourself in your authentic place and understanding that you are accepted as you are, who you are by God first, and then allowing that acceptance to be the thing that helps unfold and reveal and uncover who your true identity is. Psalm 139 reminds us, I will give thanks to you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. You are not designed to disappear or fade into the background. What I thought I wanted, had I gotten what I thought I wanted, okay? I'm just thinking back to all the times where I'm like, God, this is what I want. Only to find out that was not going to ever be good for me, okay? I can think of several gentlemen that I was like, oh, this is the one. And had I got what I wanted, okay? Sometimes when God tells you no, it is for your protection. I pray that you guys have an amazing night. I thank you for spending this pair of seconds with me. If you are able to and you missed some of it, please rewind it back and leave a comment. Because I lose all the beautiful comments once the live is over. And I had some not so nice comments earlier, so I don't need those, but I would love your comments. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, anything you want to add to the conversation, put it in the chat. Put it on, let the people see it so we can engage. Again, I will see you guys hopefully in somebody else's live, but if not, tomorrow. Have a blessed night.
That was so cute. What's going on, girl? Oh, I'm glad you like it.
I'm like, she's like, talking good.
I definitely gotta
she's talking good.
Yes. Hey, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. This is 20 Questions with Jay, the re-up. Y'all already know what's up. And I am here with my girl, Justinielle. Justinielle, how you feeling, girl?
I'm feeling nervous-sighted. I think that was my answer last time because I'm not sure what's about to happen. I just know it's about to be a good time.
Yes, it is. It's going to be a really great time. I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I see my girl, Leah's Adventures. Are you kidding me? This was my day one A1 when I first started YouTube. So I'm so excited that you're here, sis. Thank you for being here. And everybody, I see Wifey in the building, Monique. I see Jeffrey, Trish, Lori Ann. Everybody in the building. My sis, Lunar Dream. What's up, Lunar? Tina, of course. Britt, Nisha. Hey, you guys. Y'all are so amazing. My twin is in the building. Yes, thank y'all so much for being here. I really, really appreciate y'all. So we are about to jump into some things. So, Danielle, are you ready for these 20 questions?
I'm ready. I done got hot already.
You are so funny, girl. No, but I'm really excited. So I definitely want to be able to catch up from the last time that we did the 20 questions. So, my first question for you on the last interview was, what made you start YouTube? At that time, you had said church folk, they have a certain stigma, and you want to be able to really educate them and break it down for some of them and to get into things so that they'll be able to understand. Is that something that you're still trying to do on your channel here today?
I think that's definitely still true. What I found in the YouTube journey is sometimes the population you want ain't the population that wants you. So I don't know that there is a large body of church goers, like the people I go to church with, not a lot of them consume my content, but I think I've made the terms and things accessible to a various group of people. So even if my intent was like, oh, I'm gonna reach this certain crowd, it wasn't their cup of tea. It was other people who are like, hey, I just like hanging out with you, Danielle. I like learning stuff from you, Danielle. And that's kind of been my course. But all of the Are You Locked In crew, like, these are my core support. These are the people that are in, prayer in the morning. These are the people that are listening to the videos and watching and commenting and liking. So it's still my heart, but hey, we're going to serve the people that come. I can't serve the food to the people that are standing outside the restaurant. You got to get in here. So
Nah, that's true. That's so true. And I feel it. So as far as your journey, because the last time when we did the last segment, that was actually on February 12th of 2025. So that was 6 months
that's
ago.
Crazy.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't seem like it was 6 months ago, but yeah. So a lot of time has passed. So since the 6 months, what's new for you on your channel, and what direction do you see your channel going in now?
So what's new on my channel now versus 6 months ago? So 6 months ago, I did a lot of scripted content. I still like a lot of formal videos, long form videos, very, very scripted, very patterned. And I've gotten away from that a little bit. Now you still gonna get these polished versions of things, but I do a lot more lives. I connect with a lot more people. I have grown in subscribers. And then also I've started to do things that kind of just make me happy. Like I started prayer in the morning because it was like, look, Lord, I am fitting to throw this whole thing in the trash. I'm going to do this whole thing in the trash. And people that know me in my personal life, they'll like, Danielle, if you could get off the phone with her without her praying for you, you did a good thing. So that's one thing that I love to do. It helps me to start my day. It helps me to end my day, right? Like I find myself the happiest in prayer. And so something was like, well, just get up and pray. You're going to do it anyway. Do it online. And so that's something that's relatively new. I've also started to sneak and put some older content on my channel. I don't let everybody know, like, the button that says, tell everybody. I do not push that button. And somehow people are still finding it. So, I've tried to do a mix of things to keep myself creative and keep myself happy during the process, because there are people that get monetized very quickly. There are other people that are doing the work consistently and their process is slower. Hopefully that answered your question. You know I'll be having all the words.
Nah, you most definitely answered. So I'm so excited. Another question that I have for you here is, what's one lesson you learned since the last time we've done this interview?
The race is not given to the swift. Okay. It is not an easy road. It is not when people are like, get your hindquarters on YouTube. Yes, you have to get your hindquarters on YouTube, but it's not easy. It's work, it's diligence, it's being consistent the right way, because you can put 1,000 videos out. Like I tell people all the time, I have a video for that. If you think of a psychological topic, 9 times out of 10 I've done a video or a series of videos on that. So consistency is good, but you can be consistently wrong, right? You can continue to do the same thing over and over and it not be the right thing. So I think I've learned to say, okay, this is what people, not just people in general, this is what my community likes. This is what they're going to show up for. And as long as it's something that's congruent and in line with who I am as a person, do that. Because it's not always going to, like I said earlier, it's not always going to be the thing that you think is going to hit that's going to hit.
Yeah. And I feel like all of us have been able to see that and experience that, and we're all still going through it, especially since a whole lot of us have been on YouTube for less than 2 years. A whole lot of us have been on YouTube for less than 2 years, and some of us even more, and we're still dealing with that. And the good thing about it is that I feel like when you stay up on YouTube and you try your best to elevate from where you started to where you are now, you'll be able to think about things that are working for the community that you're building, and you'll be able to see see what they're actually liking. Sometimes people do like to be able to make whatever it is that they want to do on YouTube be the thing that pushes. But as time goes on, you'll find out that something in the midst of what you're doing is what they like more, and they want you to do that, and you'll end up tuning into that, because that's going to eventually build into the community. And sometimes you'll be surprised, like you may be able to, you probably won't even like it. It probably will be something that's just so simple. You'll be like, but this don't even make sense. I'm trying so hard to do something that's actually difficult for y'all to like, and y'all like this thing that's extra simple. You'll be surprised what people are into, because honey, I remember one time Supreme sent me that video of the guy juggling his teeth. I was like, I know you playing. You know what I'm saying?
Juggling his teeth, people
I know you
sleeping,
playing.
people writing on their forehead. And I'm like, if you
Yes.
ever want a chuckle, just open up YouTube and go through the shorts feed. People are having, you have
Yes.
lives that are packed to the brim, and people doing stuff like playing jacks. Like, what? And I'm up here studying to make sure this content is good, and you up here playing jacks and eating Skittles. So you are absolutely
eating Skittles.
You are so
That's
right.
crazy.
So right.
Okay.
It's true.
So as far as your content and everything that you've been doing, what are you most proud of since we last spoke?
I think, and it's amazing how you pulled out that authenticity piece. I think the thing that I'm most proud of is I have become more comfortable being the contradiction that I am, right? I will speak in Ebonics and I'll use SAT words. I will bust a joke that somebody will be like, oh my God, Danielle said that, and still be me. I think I'm most proud of discovering that it's okay to be who I am, even if that doesn't make sense to other people, because it's something that I've said for years, but it's taken all of this time to kind of really be comfortable. And I'm not saying I don't struggle sometimes. Like you might come up against yourself and be like, man, today was hard. Today was hard. But for the most part, I feel like I'm showing up as myself each time. And I think that's something that I'm proud of.
Yeah, I love that answer. And it shows on you. So that's a really good thing.
Thank you.
Okay. You're
I was like, look at all these braids and hair. I said, I be on this.
I know, right? It's so funny when you're actually flipping through everything to really see how you actually was. Because when you're in the moment, honey, you're in the moment. But it's different when you're actually able to see everything like congested together like that. So I love it. Okay. So my next question for you here is, would you rather have your hands melt? Would you rather have your hands melt every time you reach for something, or would you rather have your tongue grow an inch longer every time you say the word what?
Definitely the latter. I would have my tongue grow every time I say the word what, because I could find, as much as I love words, I could find another way to say it. I could find another way to say whatever I need to say. But your hands melting, how would you ever touch anything? You can't grasp nothing. You can't feel nothing because your hands make no hands. So yeah, I'm going to trick. What? You see in the chat is what?
Supreme said what?
You see what? Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to say things like pourquoi, porque. I'm going to figure out how to not say what.
Oh, you're funny. But I feel like sometimes in the midst of a moment, we do say what? Like, what is that? Or what is this? Or, there's a lot of like, girl, your tongue will be, you'll have to roll it up and put it in your pocket. I'm going to have to think. I could draw it out. We going to do sign language. I'm going to figure out a way. Because, again, if you can't touch anything, like your hands melt, you can't cook, you can't clean. So yeah, no, I'm gonna figure out a way. My brain is big enough. I'm gonna figure out a way not to say what. Yeah, your brain is big enough. I honestly do believe that. I feel like for some people, I'll be like, nah, you're gonna slip up. But I
probably would, but I would just have a longer tongue. I wouldn't have foot-long tongue.
Yeah. Leah, I am like, girl, this is something that I feel like a lot of people has asked me. How do I come up with these questions, child?
I feel like, Jay, you probably be sleeping in the midnight hour and you probably just dream these questions.
That is so funny. Nah, I don't. But that would be amazing if I did, because it'll make it that much easier. I promise you. But girl, so as far as like your words that you use, what made you get so like expanded? Like what made you want to expand like your vocabulary like that? Like did you actually sit down and read a dictionary, or did people actually just talk to you in these certain words? Like what helped you to expand your vocabulary?
I think one, I read. I was started reading early, especially for some of the health challenges that I had when I was young, and books were kind of my escape. Like I have shared, before, I kind of grew up in good conditions, but there was a lot of unspoken things. It was kind of like, hey, you go somewhere and sit down and be quiet. And so when you go somewhere and sit down and be quiet, I'm the type of person, I need to do something. And it was not video games like there are now. So I read a lot, and there was no prohibition on what I could read. So whatever was around, whatever was in the house, I could read it. So I was reading things like National Geographic. I was reading things like encyclopedias. I was reading all of those things, and I think I just picked up on words. I find words meaningful and important. There is a perfect word for everything. So yeah, I think reading helps a lot. And I think the fact that I'm not afraid to use the words, like I will say something like truncate or bifurcate in my everyday language, and I care not. If you don't know what it means, I will tell you. But oftentimes it's because
What did
I
you
use
say?
it.
What? Did you say truffle cake?
Okay, so I said truncate and bifurcate. So truncate means to make something shorter, bifurcate means to split something. But these are both words that I use all the time. Um
I'd never heard of that before in my life. I have
Ask
never
Mrs.
heard about that.
Supreme.
That sounds like
He
Spanish.
said, he said, ask Mrs. Supreme. Mrs. Supreme knows what bifurcate means because we played it on the game and she got it correctly. Tina know exactly what I just said. Some people just like words. Supreme says, "Shut up, respectfully," and I can hear.
He is so crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all words matter.
Hmm.
That's right, Tina. All words matter. So yeah, I have a love for
Yeah, that's
language.
true. All words do matter. That's facts. Okay. So my next question for you here is, if you can swap niches with someone in our community, who would it be and why?
I would say it's a toss up. No. Let me think. It's a toss up. It's two people that I'm thinking of. Um, but I am going to go with Trisha Nicole. I would love to be a fashion girly. The way my marriage is set up, I can only wear certain things. So I love the fashion niche. My second would be somebody like Homebody Trish or Faith, who does vlogs, or even Corey. Like vlogs are amazing. I just don't have the eye. There are people that have the eye, and I just don't have it. But it would definitely, my first would be fashion. Y'all don't get to see my outfits, but I love clothes.
I love clothes too. So I love that. That is so dope. Look at Trisha. She's like, "Aw."
It's the truth. I would love to do,
Yeah, that is.
and unfortunately, I'm a modest. I was thinking about doing modesty content, but even that, I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed. So we'll see. Y'all keep praying. Pray.
I feel you. We are gonna be praying. You got this though. Hopefully one day you'll be able to. I remember one day that Supreme was saying that you should do something like do church clothes, try on
Yeah,
hauls or something like that. I think that would
yeah.
still be dope for you to do.
I think if I could get
Hmm.
around these hips and dips, I would do it. If I could get around them, I would. So yeah, I'm gonna think about how to do it.
I feel you.
Tina is fussing at the people that didn't hit the like button. Hit the like button.
I know. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit that like button for real. Okay. So my next question for you here is, what's one thing that people still misunderstand about you?
I think people misunderstand um when we were talking about the big words, or we're talking about the way I present myself, I think sometimes people don't realize that's how I am in real life. Like my friends be like, "Yo, bro, did you have to use that word?" Like I'm not. That is not my child. My children use these words. Like this is how I talk all the time. I think people don't get that. I think they think, "Oh, well, you're doing it for a show." But the people who know me, they know this is how I am. So I think that's misunderstood. I'm not trying to be pompous or smart or like, that's just who I am. Cause I'm the same person that will put slang in the chat. It's like, I'm the same person. I'm going to say those words too. So.
Yeah. And I feel that. And I love that. And we definitely know that. That's for sure. Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is people think that I'm being judgy. Like they think that, you guys not so much, but I think a lot of times people will be like, "Oh, because you're a Christian, you think X, Y, and Z." 9 times out of 10, and I tell people this, I am more liberal than most conservative Christians. I am the most liberal out of my friend group, in terms of thought process. Now, as for me in my house, I'm very strict and I'm very conservative, but people will assume that that means that you're out here saying certain things, doing certain things, protesting certain things. And that's not really who I am. I allow people to have their journey.
That's good. And I love that you do that, because when it comes to like being in church and around people who want you to hold yourself to a certain like, way, it gets kind of annoying knowing that you're supposed to come as you are and they expect you to like be some type of way. And I feel like I can connect with a whole bunch of people, but when it comes to people trying to suppress me, it gets uncomfortable for me, because I can grow a lot of different ways, but one way I'm not going to grow is by you like forcing me, forcing me to be something that I'm not.
Right. No, I
Yeah.
agree. I definitely agree. And I think that people forget who they were at one time.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, now, you was
Right.
out here dipping, dropping it low, burning it wide. You was doing all the things. And now you want somebody else to be like, no, get it together real fast. Oftentimes, these are the same people that are still doing those things. They just hide it better. So I don't want to
That's
be that
true.
person.
Right.
I don't want to be that person. And I'm quick to be like, and yeah, I did it and I said it and it was wrong. It's like, I'm just transparent in that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I love that about you. That's so true. Okay. So this next part of the segment, we're going to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to title it Fix Your Attitude for Better or for Worse. So it's pretty much like a simple finish the sentence kind of thing. But
Okay.
you are going to be finishing the sentence, but I'm going to pretty much be saying a sentence that is going to
Mm-hmm.
be more of an attitude, and you're going to fix the ending of the sentence, finish the ending of the sentence for better or for worse. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so let's get into this. The first one is, if you say my name one more time, I'm a
Change it. That's the first thing that popped into my head. Say my
that
name
is
one more time.
actually funny.
I'm
I
gonna change
wasn't
it.
thinking you was gonna say that. Okay. The next one is, here's some fairy dust. Shove it up your
Calipagian. Yep. All the people in the chat who know that word, go ahead. Yep, that's exactly what I'm gonna say.
look at Trish. Look at Trisha. She said, yeah. Okay.
And I'm not gonna say that word. Hindquarters, huh? Y'all know that's my favorite.
Hindquarters.
Derriere, Tushy, Calipagian. Yep. Mm-hmm.
You are funny. Okay. The next one is, your mama look like.
Your mama look like, and it feels like it should be something bad. So I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna make it bad. Your mama looks like a statuesque angel.
I had a
You
feeling you
want
was
me
gonna
to
say
be bad?
something like
You
that.
want me to be bad?
No, I don't want you to be bad. I want you to put it for better or for worse. Okay. So the next one is, you look like pickle juice and you smell like
I'm gonna tell you what came to my head immediately. Dishwater. I don't know why dishwater came to my brain.
dishwater.
Yes.
That is crazy.
Mm.
Dishwater. I hope it wasn't some sloppy food because that's
But that's
wild.
you know how nasty dishwater that like sat for a couple days. Like that's
Ew.
yuck. Well, you said pickle juice. I mean, I
I
don't know
did.
why I put
I
those
don't
two
think you
things
will really be
together.
able to go back with the pickle juice because they still gonna smell like pickle juice. Okay. So the next one is you slow because
You slow because I don't even know. You slow because I I would say even a child could do that, but it's not like I don't know how to finish that sentence adequately. You slow because you no, see, I was gonna say you ride on that bus, but I don't want to offend nobody. Ain't nothing wrong with that bus, by the way. It's a good bus, but it's a small one. It's a small one.
mm-mm.
Because I can't do this
But
because
you're
they are
so
a
funny.
nice person. I'm trying.
So you said you're gonna say you slow because you ride on that short bus? Okay. The next one is if you was in the animal kingdom, you'll fit in the
Tritarium. That's what they're called. The ones for the spiders.
ooh, I would not want to be in there at all. Okay. The next one is your shoes hide when you take them off because
I'm thinking of the heels that be leaning to the side, to the east and to the west, because your shoes have a slope when you take them off. Your shoes have your shoes. Your shoes. My shoes be looking like that too. No shade. It just like a 90-degree angle.
so you're saying your shoes hide when you take them off
A
because
90-degree angle because you are. You trying to make me be mean, Jay?
no, I'm not. It could be for better or for worse.
How do you make that better?
You
Your
can make it better.
your shoes have talking about some of the Alps. That's hilarious. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the chat. Your shoes have a 90-degree angle when you take them off because you are disproportionate to your shoes.
You're funny. He said we would rebuke Jay
Rebuke Jay
tonight. That is
tonight.
so funny. Okay.
Listen, I can't wait till you do that one because Lord have mercy.
Oh yeah.
If I'm struggling,
So the last one is you look like
you look like the reflection of God. See, we came back. We came back. We came
I
back
like
to
that
the good
one.
side.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely did good. I like that. Okay. So my next question here for you is would you rather always have to depend on someone else or always do for someone but never do for yourself?
Wow. That's a hard one. I would rather I gotta be honest, I would rather do for everyone else. I want the answer, like real life, I want the answer to be I would rather depend on people, but that would not be honest. I would rather do for everybody else, which is why sometimes I struggle with self care. I tell everybody else to do self care, but I forget to do mine. So if I'm being honest, it would be I would rather do for everybody else and not take care of myself.
I feel you on that for sure.
See that authenticity, man. I want to tell you, I'd be like, no, let people do stuff for me, man. That'd be the bane of my existence to have to wait for people to do stuff for me. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, my next question for you here is what's a moment that your community gave you so much love that you will never forget it?
Um, I mean, there's been a couple of moments. I definitely appreciated all the birthday love, but I think morning prayer has been amazing. Like when people just show, people that you would never expect to see there will show up, even if they're just popping in for a second, like that. It just makes my heart smile, because I know some of these people, they ain't praying. Like they don't come for the prayer. They come because they see I'm online and they just want to support. And so that means a lot to me. And of course, if they stay for the prayer, like, praise God. But I think for me, it's like, I'm actually doing what I said that I wanted to do, expose people to the other side of what people might think Christians are, what prayer is, what the things of God are. Like, they're coming just to see, if only for a moment. Like that's really impactful for me.
Yeah. So what actually got you into the idea of doing the morning prayer the way that you do?
Um, well, for my church has done 5 o'clock prayer since I've been there, and for a season I was running the prayer in the morning. And as soon as that season was over, I said I would rather sleep. Thank you, Jesus. I love you. I would rather be asleep. And so it came back to my remembrance. Like I said, I was feeling quite depleted. Like I'm doing all of these things, and I'm not really making the same kind of time commitment. Like I would just do a quick prayer in the morning, do a quick prayer at night, and that was it. And so it was like, okay, if you can get up in the morning to exercise, you can get up in the morning to cook the kids breakfast. Can you get up and pray? And at first I was doing it, but I wasn't getting online because I'm like, well, hold on, the prayer, like I don't want people to think that I'm like, praying. The Bible talks about praying in front of people, like making it a big to do. And I felt like God was like, no, do it because I said do it. Like, do it because I said do it. Don't care about what people are going to think, because you can't control that anyway. And so I really feel like it was a God ordained thing. And I didn't tell anybody I was doing it. I just started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. I actually didn't even like really realize that you was doing the morning prayer until I seen your post. When I seen your post and you was asking if anyone wants you to pray for them and stuff, I was like, oh my gosh, okay. Definitely went and typed out everything I wanted to type out. So yeah, definitely. I feel like there's a lot of ways that you can reach people when it comes to the morning prayer, but I would definitely suggest to continue putting out those posts and asking people, because that's how I
You found
became
out about
aware
it.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I tell people you don't even have to come. Like, for example, 4:30 is early for anybody, but some people it's even earlier. People that are in the other coasts, that like it's earlier for them. So I'm like, you don't even have to be there. Just put your prayer request in.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pray for you, and then I'll tell you exactly where in the prayer that we as a community pray for you. So I tell people that because, again, at the end of the day, it's a time for us to get together to fellowship, but we're praying to God. So it's timeless, right? You don't have to be there for it to be effective.
Yeah, and I love that so much. That is so amazing. And I was looking at your channel today and I seen that the morning prayer, a lot of people seem to tune into that. Like watching the replay, a lot of people seem to really like that. So I feel like that would be something that would really take off for real, that people are into and feel the need to want to listen into and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. So the next segment that we're going to get into is going to be called Caption This. So I'm going to show you some photos and
Woo.
I want you to say what you think is like their expression, or say like if you was to name the picture, what would you name
Mm-hmm.
it? Okay.
Okay.
All right, so let's get into this. So the first one that I'm going to show you here is this one. Caption this.
What did the head say to the face? Slap. I don't know if you old enough for that, Jay.
I remember say it to my face, but I don't know
Yo,
the other part.
so Dave Chappelle, you had this show, and I want to say it was Dave Chappelle. It was Dave Chappelle, and they was like, what did the hand say? So they had a slapping competition. This is way before they actually was doing it. And it was like, slap. Yep.
Okay.
Smacked it to next week. Yes, Mr. Supreme. I
Yes,
think that
it's
is the
next week
most
for real.
crazy thing. And they be strong jaw with it too. Just smack. I'm like,
Hmm.
I'm not signing up for that. This is why they say men and women are not different. They be like, oh, I wanted what the men could do. I don't want to be smacked in the face. Y'all got it. You got it,
Hmm.
partner. I don't want it. But that's what I would say. What did the hand say to the face? Slap.
Okay. So this is the next one. So name this caption.
And let me tell you something. That's what.
That
Let me tell you
is, you are
something.
so right. That's really
Yeah.
given. Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you. Come here,
Yeah.
girl. Let me tell you. It's
Let me
a
tell you
young joy
something.
too. It's a young
Hmm.
joy. It's like I'm about to tell you off, auntie style. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Or you got one more time. One
Yeah.
more time.
Yeah. I think to me, the let me tell you something really like sits there for
Yeah.
real.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely given that for
Because we've
sure.
all done that. We've all did the
Hmm.
little, cock back. Hey, we've all
Yeah.
done it.
Yeah. Okay. So here is the next one. So caption this.
What the what? What the what? That's exactly what that is.
Yes.
What? Now my tongue is like 30 feet because I done said what 14 times.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's what that
Okay.
is. Where you get that
So
picture from? That poor baby.
you're fine.
That
All
baby
right.
gonna be
So
embarrassed forever. Okay.
here's the next one. So caption this.
You gonna learn today. That's you gonna learn today. That's what that
Yeah,
is. Mm-hmm.
it is giving. You're gonna learn today.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
She look like she is not one to be played with, messed around with. Okay.
Supreme said, "I'm still in that."
You gonna learn. Mm-hmm. Look, what you
Okay.
say?
So here's the next one. So caption this.
I know you lying. I know you lying. No, let me see. That one is that a French fry I see?
Oh my God! Yes, that really
Is
is
that a
giving
French fry
that.
I see?
Yes.
Where is
Oh
Coke?
my gosh. That's
That a
definitely
French
giving that.
fry?
Is that a French fry I see? Stop playing. That is literally perfect for that. That is
Yeah.
literally perfect for that. That is
Hello,
so
somebody.
crazy.
Faith said that. Hello, somebody.
That is so crazy. Okay. So this is the last one. So caption this.
I can't cuss. Nastier than two ninjas that was nasty. That's nastier than two ninjas that was nasty.
Yeah, I will agree. I will agree.
You are what? How you get these pictures,
Yeah,
Jay?
that is
Y'all better
so
watch.
funny.
They might screenshot you.
Nastier than two niggas that was nasty. That is crazy. Thank
That's
Ray Glass
hilarious.
face. Faith is so funny, child. Okay.
Mm-mm. See again. That is probably a better depiction, Faith. But the way my morals are set up, I can't say that. But that's a very good one, Faith.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So in our last interview, you were saying that you like to crochet and you like
Mhm.
to bake along with a whole bunch of other things. So as far as baking, my question for you here is if you had to bake a cake for someone that you disliked and your fillings that you use was the ingredients for the cake, what would you put into the cake?
Okay, these are real ingredients.
These are your fillings.
So like if I'm salty about something, I put salt in the cake.
No, if you were salty about something, you would like express how you feel. And you would put like they would be eating your words.
I'm gonna be nice. I was about to say I'm gonna put acrimony in the cake. No, I'm gonna put um dang, what would I put in the cake? So my feelings about people who I don't like are generally like bland. So I would think that I would be putting flavorlessness in the cake, right? So you're not going to, it's going to be like you eating static, like you eating you're eating science because that's what I'm putting in the cake. Because I try not to let people that don't like me and I don't like them bother me too much.
I feel that. And I can see that you are like that.
I'm like, oh, yeah. Did you make it? Oh, man. I'm going to need a recipe for a good caramel cake. I ate one a few months ago and I can't replicate it. I'm going to see what I can do. The last cake I made was a sweet potato. No, the last cake I made was a Kansas butter cake. But the one before that I made was a sweet potato. It was a sweet potato butter cake with brown butter ice, and that joint was fire. My kids ate that cake so fast. I was like, can I get some?
Okay. So the next question I have here for you is, would you rather chew on needles or walk on bodies?
I don't like pain. I think that I could wrap my mind. I wouldn't want to do either of those things, Jay. But I'm going to have to walk on the people. I'm going to have to walk on the bodies because I can't imagine chewing on needles. So, yeah, I'm going to walk on the people. I'm going to have to use my brain to think that they're not people.
Yeah.
Think that there's something else.
You're most definitely going to have to. You're probably going to have to cover your ears, too, because they're going to be yelling and shouting. They'll be like, ouch. Especially if you can't see when you walking and you stepping on their face.
Oh my gosh. Like, again, I don't know how you think of these questions, but you know what? And that's really weird because see how much we do self-preservation? Because I'm like, I'll tear your body up, but I'm not I'm not chewing on no needles because that's gonna hurt me. Me stepping on bodies is gonna hurt somebody else. Y'all pray for me. I ain't all the way right.
I feel that.
Somebody said
I will fall.
I will fall too.
I would fall too. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'll trip over air.
Hello?
I know I'm falling on some bodies.
Okay. So my next question for you here is, what motivates you the most to move forward in your journey here on YouTube?
Honestly, I'm going to say the community, right? It's like I just feel like everybody is together. And I'm not saying everybody's journey isn't different because it is, but I feel like if you don't put out a video, Jay, I'd be like, where's Jay's video? Like, where's that? Like when you stop doing the streets, I'm like, I'm looking for your video. I'm looking for when Coach goes live. I'm looking for, Supreme to go live. I'm looking for, all these people, Trisha, like I'm looking for that. And so what motivates me is like somebody's looking for you to show up too. Right. And so I think that helps motivate me. When Tina's in my comments on a video I didn't even share, saying like, hey, this was good. I shared it on my community post. Like that's really motivating. And so I think that's what helps to keep me going when I feel like, oh, nobody cares, because I can't really say that if there are people who are liking and commenting and making their way at 3:00 in the morning to get on a live with me, right? Staying up late to be on live with me. Like, I think that's a lot of motivation.
Yeah, that's true. And it really is. Okay. Yeah. So my next question for you here is, what advice would you give someone that's not seeing the same momentum as when they first started to continue going on with their journey?
I would ask them, why are they doing this? Why? Like, why are you doing this? Because what happens usually in the middle, I always say this, the middle of the journey is the hardest because you can't see where you came from and you can't see where you're going. And so when you're in the middle of a thing, you have to look at, why did I start this in the first place? So if you like had a really big jump, or you had a viral video, or you had it and it was going. If you give up, that's the extent of your journey. But if you keep going, you can either hit that high again, or you can excel, you can exceed, but you won't know if you give up in the middle. So that's what I would tell them. You don't know what you're throwing away.
That's true. You really don't know what you're throwing away. So I would advise anyone to like try to continue on with their journey. I understand that things do happen in life and all type of stuff like that, but I would want to be able to see it all the way out because I am one of those people that sit there and be like, what if, what if, what if? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then that would just be like mad annoying. And that'll make me kind of not want to even do it anymore. To
Yeah.
sit there and just think of that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I think too, you again going back to that why. Some people were like, "Hey, this was an outlet for me. I just wanted to get on here and share some things. I've shared all that I want to share. I want my privacy back. I'm not doing this anymore." That's very different than nobody likes my content and I'm just going to give up. Two totally different perspectives. So if your purpose and your mission is complete, then you didn't fail. You just finished. You're just done, and that's okay. But if it's discouragement because you're not getting the results that you wanted, that's something I think you should press through.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So my next question for you here is if flying was like walking to you, what would talking be like?
If flying was like walking, then talking would be like cooking.
Yeah.
Yes. So in my brain, both walking and flying are modes of communication, right? I mean, transportation. For
Transportation,
me,
yeah.
talking and cooking are modes of communication. So
I
if I
like
love
that.
you, I feed people. Like that, I tend to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I, I'm a giver, so I give people stuff. So if I really like you, I'll give you something. The easiest thing for me to give somebody is food. I do blankets, I do books, I do all these other things, but the easiest thing is for me to cook you a meal. So for me, I'm communicating my love for you. If I know you like a certain thing, I'm communicating that. If I know you don't like a certain thing, I will give you food that you don't like. But I think that that's what I would equate that to.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good way to look at that too. It definitely works. Supreme says, "Do you fish
Do
fry
fish fries.
or do fish fries? Do you
I
do
never
fish
sold the
fries?"
platters. I never sold the platters, but I probably could have.
I see a lot of people like have the signs out where they talk about fish fry, but I don't think I've ever actually been to a fish fry. I had fried fish, but I don't know if they're talking about like almost like tilapia or like snappers or
Yeah,
like
usually, well, so in certain communities, especially church communities, they used to do like Sunday dinners at the church, especially for people who have all day church service. So if you had morning service, they would fry fish or chicken, and you would sell it in the back or near the church, like of the church, because the church got a kitchen. That's what they will refer to as fish fries. I think other people just started adapting that, and you would come to people's house and get a platter. Like you could put your order in on Thursday and come pick it up on Friday. So that's a fish fry, and usually it's like fried fish. Sometimes they'll have cornbread. Sometimes they'll have some kind of greens, usually like string beans or so. Yeah, it's a term.
okay. All right. So my next question for you here is if you had to take away something that someone loved the most and replace it with something you valued the least, what would it be and why?
Ask me that one more time, Jay.
Yeah. If you had to take away something that someone loved the most and
Mm,
replace it with something that you valued the least, what would that be and why?
okay, and it can be anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I am taking Elon Musk shares in Tesla, and I am giving him my student loan debt.
You're funny.
Hey, Father, we thank you.
You're funny.
I
That
think
is
it works.
hilarious. No,
I think it works.
I think that works amazingly. I ain't gonna hold you. That works amazingly.
Go ahead, get this
Hey,
bill,
it's
bro.
Muse.
Go ahead, get this bill. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you know Elon don't play about that stock. He don't play.
You sure don't. Okay. So my next question is actually going to be my last question for you. So I really appreciate you being here and vibing
Thank you
and
for
being
letting
the
me be the
first
first.
person.
Thank
Yes, the first
you.
one.
I'm like, it's
I'm
an
so
honor.
excited for that. Yes. Okay. So this question is, what would you do if the only thing that you could do as far as walking through the door was to not let anyone in behind you?
So say that one more time so I can make sure I understand it.
What would you do if the only thing you could do as far as walking through the door was not let anyone in behind you?
How I guess I just don't walk through doors, or I'm like, what do? You stand in one room forever? Because I will let them go first.
Dang. Dang. Girl just busted through my thing like that. Okay. That is
Listen, I
actually
said I let them
that's
go
crazy.
first.
That's crazy.
She said that Anthony said it too. Be the last one to go. Yeah, I said, yeah, let them go first. That way, because I'm like, otherwise I'm gonna be
She
isolated and
solved
alone
it. Yeah.
forever.
In a matter of like seconds too. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Amen. It took me a minute.
Period.
Be out here alone.
Anthony's got it going on, child. Mhm.
I'm kind of smart a little bit, just a little bit. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody I'm
You a
smart.
mess.
Shh, don't tell.
Okay, so hold on. I wonder if are you still able to hear me?
I can.
Okay, so I wanted to be able to come over here so I can be able to see this because I didn't charge my other phone.
Okay.
Okay, so I want you to pick a number. Let me see. I want you to pick a number between 1 and 9.
Okay. 7. I'm scared.
Oh my gosh.
Why? What's 7? What is it?
No way.
Yeah.
Were you how you know? Or
I
not even how
don't
you
know.
know, but
7 is my favorite
I feel
number.
like that's what you I feel like you looked at it.
Look
Okay.
at what? What did you what did you show? What did you show?
Okay, that is so crazy. Okay, so that means that the next person that is going to be interviewed is the Supreme View because he was the 7th person that I interviewed the last time.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy for real. Because
7
it's crazy
is
because
my
you was
favorite
like you
number.
kind of want him to be next.
Listen,
That is
I
crazy.
can't, I have a ranking of all my favorites. So I can't say who's number one. He's one of the number one. I love 20 questions with that, Jay. I
Aw,
love them.
thank
Like, I
you.
mean, there's some fabulous ones that you've had, but when you ask the question about how you would scratch your insides and that man said it was
Yeah,
oil, I hollered.
that is so funny.
I howled.
Yes.
That and Faith talk about the Target. That so many of them are so good. Oh, yes, you are.
Yes,
So,
you are. So about him. Yes, he is.
listen, I know if
That is so
anybody could get them,
funny.
it would be you. So
That's my favorite number. Oh, oh shoot.
it is.
I know,
You're doing
right?
phenomenal with this StreamYard. I'm gonna have to learn all these tricks.
Yes. Don't let him lie. I know, wifey. I know he is. Sure. He know. That's so crazy though. I'm so excited. So yes. So the next person that's going to be up on here is going to be Supreme. You guys. So I'm so excited. I can't wait to get into this. I know there's been so much that has changed. So I'm so excited to ask you so many questions. But yes, girl. So how do you feel about the re-up?
I think it's phenomenal. We have I think we were on the screen together for some other panels, but just being able to be in the same space with you, being able to interact with you, you have such a lightheartedness. You are so genuine in who you are as a person. You are the great connector. You connect so many people. So I appreciate you. And like I said, it was an honor to be the first one. I hope I did all right because you stumped
You
me
did
a couple of
amazing.
times. Okay,
You did
you stumped
amazing.
me a pair of times. But I hope it's a good start to the series and that people will leap to the opportunity to join you.
Yes. So everyone that I told before, in order to do the re-up, you do have to do the original version first. And obviously by seeing this, it makes sense, you know. So yes, I'm so excited that you were here, Danielle. You are so amazing and so many people respect you so much. So I'm so happy that you're here in our community. And I'm so happy to have been able to like meet you and get to know you on a deeper level because you're so amazing and you're so sweet. And I love so much about you. And
Thank
so
you.
many people like love so much about you too. I love how you are. You're amazing and you show yourself in a concrete way that is like you just are bluntly yourself and nobody can like tell you otherwise about that. So I love that so much.
Thank you, Jay. And I
You're so
appreciate your
welcome.
time. I thank everybody who was in the chat. I wasn't able to respond to everything, but I definitely appreciate all of the feedback in the chat. They was cracking up. I'm about to go back and look at the live replay. It was hilarious.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm going to close out this show the way that I started it. So I'm going to let you take it away. Bye, you guys.
I know it's like about 1,001 lives right now. So thank you so much for hopping on. I understand there's a lot happening right now. And thank you. Thank you. This is one of the, got my shoulders out. Shh. The Bible says, let us not become conceited, provoking one another or envying one another. Okay, you can have what you can have. I can have what I can have. And we don't always have to compete, right? You might be really good at this thing and I might be really good at that thing. We don't have to compete. We can actually share our successes, our joys, and all of those things. If I am my real self, if I am the real me, will people appreciate me? Will people love me? Will people like me? And so there's a lot of fear of rejection that's embedded in that. And so again, as I was thinking about it, I said, what's the solution? Jesus, we know we can identify the issue, but what's the solution? So one of the things is really grounding yourself in acceptance of yourself, right? Because sometimes we appear as though we've accepted ourselves, but we've accepted the version of ourselves that we pretend to be for other people. And so really grounding yourself in your authentic place and understanding that you are accepted as you are, who you are by God first, and then allowing that acceptance to be the thing that helps unfold and reveal and uncover who your true identity is. Psalm 139 reminds us, I will give thanks to you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. You are not designed to disappear or fade into the background. What I thought I wanted, had I gotten what I thought I wanted, okay? I'm just thinking back to all the times where I'm like, God, this is what I want. Only to find out that was not going to ever be good for me, okay? I can think of several gentlemen that I was like, oh, this is the one. And had I got what I wanted, okay? Sometimes when God tells you no, it is for your protection. I pray that you guys have an amazing night. I thank you for spending this pair of seconds with me. If you are able to and you missed some of it, please rewind it back and leave a comment. Because I lose all the beautiful comments once the live is over. So, and I had some not so nice comments earlier, so I don't need those, but I would love your comments. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, anything you want to add to the conversation, put it in the chat. Put it on, let the people see it so we can engage. Again, I will see you guys hopefully in somebody else's live, but if not, tomorrow. Have a blessed night.